Hey, welcome back to the channel. So today what I'm going to do, I'm just going to continue working in the key of G/E minor and show you just some chords that you can play, like certain rhythms that you may not have played before, and the same chord progression but done in 3 different ways, just to show you that you can explore the fretboard instead of just being stuck in the first 3 frets. So when you first start playing, you learn everything on the first 3 frets. You learn full chords, i.e. a full G shape, D shape, C shape and so on. It's then down the line when you learn bar chords or power chords, whatever the chord, they're still the same. So we're going to do bar chords today, but I'm also going to show you how you can mix certain bar chords with full chords. It depends on the tone that you want. Like if you're writing a song, that G might not be as good tonally as say that G. It depends where you are. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you a cycle of chords, different rhythms that you may not have played before, and also different chords that you may have not have thought of before, where you can all use in your own songwriting. We'll see, bitch. So let's do the power chord or the bar chord. Now we're going to do it on the A string, so that's going to be the root note, i.e. every time this finger hits a fret, that's the chord. So if that's a B, that means that's going to be a B power chord or B fifth. I'm going to call them fifths, okay? So the reason why is because it's the root, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th note that make it the 5th chord. The other note you play is the octave higher of the bass note. So basically if that's a 5th, I'm only playing the bass note, the 5th note in the series, and then the octave higher, just to give you a nice brighter sound. So that shape, some people do this, I tend to do this. I've been told a lot of time that when I play live, they ask me why am I swearing at them. For some reason my finger just feels natural doing that. But you can play that 5th anywhere. So that's a good shape to use. Pretty much every Nirvana song uses just that. And so on, yeah. So we're not going to do majors and minors on the B string. We're just going to use, like I say, just the 5th chord. So this is the riff chord progression. So that alone uses quite a few techniques. That first step alone. You've probably heard songs start like that, I know I have. So just get used to that. So that rhythm, between each bar you're going. So that rhythm, get your head, that'll take you a while to get that rhythm down, nice and groove. And you see what I'm doing there as well? So they're like called dead notes, so you're playing dead notes. Dead notes is basically when you're either palm muting or you're just fully muting, but you'd be surprised how many times you fit dead notes in just to give that song much better, more. Again, back to that Smells Like Teen Spirit. They're dead notes, but it's character. If you didn't have them, very boring, right? So dead notes are just as important as live notes.
That's a metaphor.
So we're gonna do that first one. Just take a while getting, just using the 5ths, and go on to the E string above it. So basically the notes are D, slide up to the E 5th, B, then slide to the C 5th, and then we finish on the G. Again, we're still in the key of E minor / G, remember, so this is why it works perfectly. Notice I do this as well. Down strums as well. The longer you get that as well, it just adds to the overall sound. So once you've nailed that, then we'll start adding chords. So I'm going to show you playing it down the neck, and then I'm going to show you all within that same area. So this is the coolness about this. Bass note wise, it's like up strum, but what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do this chord here. So technically that's got an E in the bass, but you're not really going to play it. You're just going to play that triad shape, which is a D triad shape. So if we're going to turn that 5th chord into a major chord, remember previous videos, the B string determines whether it's a minor or a major in the key of G. So we're going to turn that the D 5th into a full D chord, exactly the same as that chord. Whereas that's a full open chord, this is the bar chord of D. So all we're going to do though is just play the triad. So those 3 notes there. So you've got the octave in there, which is the D, then you've got the A, and then you've got that 3rd, which is the G flat. Again, just a triad. And then because my finger's here, again, you're not really playing that E. Doesn't matter if you do play it though. And then you're going to hammer on and strum. You're going to hammer on to an E minor 7 chord. Again, exactly the same as this. If it was a normal E minor, this finger here would be closed, but because I'm lifting that finger off, my bar is playing that note, which is the D. Exactly the same if I was playing there, look, that's the D. Again, get that slide as well. That alone. So practice that, then we'll move on to the next step. So the chord that you're going to add to this one now, whereas before you was playing this E minor 7, you're going to play the the B minor 7 here. It's the same shape, but this is a trick. I like to play minor 7s like this because it's a good stab. So it's the same chord as that, but I'm not playing that 5th note, which is the G flat. I'm just playing the B, the A, which makes it the 7, and then the D, which makes it the 3rd. So there's no 5th in this shape that I'm playing here. So if I was to show you in full, this is a nice stab. I could still do the bar chord. Can you hear the difference? There's just no G flat in it. Again, it depends on the song you're writing and what you feel. Actually, no, I prefer that. I'd rather accent that 5th. I personally don't on this particular song. So, can you hear how it's just a nice stab? And then we're going to play a C added 9th. So before we was playing just the 5ths, now I'm going to play C added 9th. So we're playing that C added 9th. If you've never played a C added 9th, it's relatively easy. Think of a G shape, but then you're just going to drop down to there, look. You can still play that bottom note because it's in both chords. A G is in a C, and obviously a G is in a G, but the G is also in the C added 9th. So I'm playing D triad, E minor 7, stab on the B7 minor 7, and then C added 9th, and then just a normal G shape. Just have fun playing with that.
Oh yeah, daddy!
Now you can play it all the same just here. So for example, different tonality. The G I'm playing there is obviously an octave higher than that G. So again, it depends on the tone you're looking for. So the chords, if I'm going to play around here, obviously the same one's still the same. D triad, E minor 7, and then I go to a B minor 7. If it was just a normal B minor, I'd add this finger here. But I wanted that B7 to keep it familiar with this one. And then just a C. And then that G. Now, I could do this as well. Well, again, I'm just playing triads. So that's the B minor, but those bottom 3 notes here, that's the triad B minor shape. So I could play that. And then stab on that, remember, C. So that's a triad of a C shape. And then again that B. I could drop down for the deeper G. It depends what you want, but for me personally, I like that slide. Have fun with that. I hope you enjoy it. If you need to know anything more specific, please let me know. Pop a like. The likes really help so much. I'm not getting paid for this at all, but those likes will help the channel grow. More people will get involved, and I can start to add some sort of funky studio lights and maybe some sort of better microphones than I am using. So, as always, stay foolish and rock and roll.